Let me ask you a question that might feel a little uncomfortable. What if I told you that your life is not going to change through a sudden breakthrough? What if I told you that luck isn't coming and there is no magic lightning bolt waiting to strike? Pause for suspense. Does that scare you, or does it set you free? The truth is, most of us stay stuck because we are constantly chasing exciting habits. We want the loud, the flashy, and the new. In the process, we overlook the quiet, boring habits that actually move the needle, while others are busy planning exotic travels just to feel like they've changed for the new year. They often come back to the same stress and the same excuses. They stay stuck because they avoid the work that doesn't go viral. These 10 habits I'm about to show you, they won't get you a million likes overnight. They don't give you that cheap, instant hit of dopamine. And that is exactly why most people walk away from them. But you are different. You understand that when you do these things for a long time, they stop being tasks on a list. They become the very fabric of who you are. These habits won't just improve your daily life, they will fundamentally rewrite your future. We aren't building a temporary mood. We are building an unbreakable character. As we stand here in 2026, the world is noisier than it has ever been. People are more distracted, more anxious, and more disconnected. Your greatest advantage this year isn't a new piece of technology. It is self-mastery. By embracing these 10 pillars, you will be the one who stays calm. They say, how you start your day determines how you live your life. Welcome to habit number 1. Waking up at the same time. It sounds simple, but it's the ultimate anchor for a successful life. Look at the person in the image, arms wide, soaking in the morning light. That's the feeling of being in control. When you wake up at a consistent time, you aren't just getting out of bed, you're setting your internal clock to its peak performance. This isn't about being a morning person or a night owl, it's about consistency. By hitting that same wake-up window every day, even on weekends, you eliminate that morning grogginess. You're telling your brain exactly when it's time to shine. Imagine having that extra hour of quiet before the world starts demanding things from you. That's your time for peace, for planning, or just for a coffee in the sun. It's the difference between reacting to your day and commanding it. Set your alarm, stick to the plan, and own your morning. I'll see you for habit number 2. Stop letting your mornings be a chaotic race to catch up. Welcome to habit number 2. Plan for tomorrow. Success isn't an accident. It's a design, and that design starts the night before. Look at the image. While the world is quiet and the moon is up, you are at your board, mapping out your victory. When you write down your top 3 priorities tonight, you give your subconscious mind a mission to solve while you sleep. Most people wake up and ask, what do I have to do today? But not you. Because you planned ahead, you wake up and say, I know exactly what to do. You eliminate decision fatigue before it even starts. You aren't just guessing, you are executing a plan. Take 5 minutes tonight to clear the clutter from your head and put it on paper. Lay out your clothes, check your calendar, and set your intentions. When you own your evening, you don't just start your morning, you command it. Plan your work, then work your plan. You've got this. I'll see you for habit number 3. Welcome to habit number 3, daily walking. But wait, before you grab your headphones, listen closely. This isn't just about movement. It's about reclaiming your mind. For this walk, there are no podcasts, no checking messages, and absolutely no scrolling. In a world that never stops talking, your greatest power is silence. Leave the digital noise behind and just walk. This isn't a physical exercise. It is a mental clarity ritual. When you walk without distraction, magic happens. This is where your best ideas come to life. Complex problems that felt like knots in your stomach begin to untangle with every step. 4. Eating simple meals daily. In a world obsessed with fancy trends, the real winners are those who refuse to overcomplicate their food. Stop chasing the complex, start chasing the effective. Remember this: repetition beats perfection every single time. You don't need a massive variety of different meals every day to be healthy. What you actually need is consistency. When your fuel is simple and predictable, your progress becomes unstoppable. By simplifying your plate, you result in less decision fatigue. You stop wasting precious willpower on what to eat and start using it to achieve your goals. This habit stables your energy levels, keeping you sharp and focused from sunrise to sunset. As we navigate 2026, life is faster and more demanding than ever. Keeping your meals simple is your secret advantage. It grows your health and discipline for the long term. It makes you emotionally stronger because you are in control of your cravings, not the other way around. Eat simple. Live better. I'll see you for habit number 5. Hey there. Ready for a habit that's a total game changer for your peace of mind? Today, we're talking about habit number 5. Saving before you spend. Most of us wait until the end of the month to see what's left over. But let's be honest, usually, nothing is. Think of it this way. When you get your paycheck, you pay your landlord, your phone company, and the grocery store. But what about you? Saving before you spend is simply the act of paying yourself first. It's a small shift that makes a massive impact. You don't need a huge amount to start. Whether it's $50 or just the price of a coffee, moving that money into savings the moment it hits your account tells your brain that your future is a priority. It's not about restriction, it's about freedom. Imagine the feeling of knowing you have a safety net growing in the background, completely hands-off. No more end-of-the-month stress, just the confidence of knowing you're building something real. You've worked hard for your money. Make sure you keep some of it. You've got this. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your future grow. See you for the next habit. Reading 10 pages a day. It sounds almost too simple, right? But that's exactly why it works. Most of us want to read more, but we get overwhelmed by the size of the book. 10 pages is the perfect no-excuse number. It takes about 15 minutes, yet it's enough to get you hooked on a story or a new idea. It's not about how fast you finish. It's about the consistency of showing up for your mind every single day. Think about the math. 10 pages a day adds up to over 3,000 pages a year. That's roughly 10 to 12 books you wouldn't have read otherwise. By just dedicating a small window of time, with your morning coffee or before bed, you are expanding your world. Reading isn't just about information. It's a workout for your focus and a vacation for your stress. It's a moment of quiet in a loud world. So, grab that book you've been eyeing, find a comfortable spot, and just start with page 1. 10 pages, that's all it takes to start a new chapter. So much energy being reliable for others, our bosses, our friends, our family. But what about the person looking back at you in the mirror? Today, we're looking at habit number 7, keeping promises to yourself. Every time you say you're going to work out, start that project, or just go to bed earlier, and then you don't do it, you lose a little bit of trust in yourself. We often call it procrastination, but deep down, it's a breakdown of your own self-integrity. Self-confidence isn't something you're born with. It's built. It's the result of making a small promise and actually following through. When you keep your word to yourself, you start to believe that you are someone who can get things done. You become your own most reliable ally. Start small today. Pick one tiny thing you've been telling yourself you'll do, and do it. No excuses, no delays. Treat that promise with the same respect you'd give to a best friend. Because at the end of the day, the relationship you have with yourself is the most important one you'll ever have. Keep that promise. You're worth the effort. I'll see you for habit number 8. Life moves fast, sometimes so fast that we forget where we're going. That's why habit number 8 is so vital. Weekly reflection. It's about taking a step back to look at the big picture before the next week begins. 0 to 12, 025. Look at the image of the person at their desk. It's just them, a journal, and their thoughts. Weekly reflection isn't a chore. It's a strategy session for your life. It's asking yourself, what went well? Where did I struggle? And most importantly, what can I do better tomorrow? 025 to 040. When you sit down to reflect, you turn your experiences into lessons. Instead of just repeating the same mistakes, you're actively designing your growth. It only takes 15 to 20 minutes, but it provides a level of clarity that keeps you from feeling overwhelmed. 04055. Think of it as your internal GPS. You're checking to make sure you're still on the right path. Clear the clutter from your mind, celebrate your small wins, and set your intentions. When you start your Monday with a plan, you start with a massive advantage. 055 the 1, wow. Take a moment for yourself this weekend. Reflect, reset, and rise. I'll see you for habit number 9. We often talk about managing our time, but have you ever thought about managing your energy? Today, we're at habit number 9, limiting who gets access to you. Take a look at the room in the image. It's a space meant for comfort and connection. But not everyone deserves a seat on that sofa. Your mental and emotional space is the most valuable real estate you own, and you are the gatekeeper. Limiting access isn't about being unkind or elitist. It's about boundaries. It's realizing that some people give you energy, while others only drain it. When you become intentional about who you let into your inner circle, you create room for the people who truly support your growth. You don't owe everyone an immediate text back, a piece of your weekend, or an explanation for your goals. By choosing quality over quantity in your relationships, you protect your peace of mind and keep your focus sharp on what actually matters. Protect your space, choose your circle wisely, and watch how much lighter you feel. I'll see you for the final habit. We've made it to the final step in our journey. Habit number 10, doing one hard thing every single day. Look at that gym in the image. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens under the weight. A hard thing isn't just about lifting heavy at the gym. It's that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. It's starting the work when you'd rather scroll on your phone. It's choosing the disciplined path when the easy one is calling your name. Why do this? Because voluntary hardship builds a mental armor that nothing can pierce. When you prove to yourself every day that you can handle discomfort, you stop fearing the unknown. You stop saying I can't and start asking, how soon can I start? Each hard thing you conquer is a deposit into your bank of resilience. You are training your mind to be stronger than your feelings. So, find your challenge for today. Face it head on. Feel the struggle, and then feel the incredible pride of coming out on the other side. One hard thing, every day. This is how you become unstoppable. Congratulations on completing the 10 habits. We have reached the end of our 10 habits, but for you, this is only the beginning. As we stand in 2026, the world is full of people waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for a sign, or waiting for luck to change their lives. But you have stopped waiting. 015-035. These 10 habits have separated you from the crowd. You now understand a truth most will never grasp. Your future isn't built on a few massive dramatic events. It is forged in the fire of small, daily habits, and the quiet, often boring days where you chose discipline over comfort. 035, 055. Let's be real. The path you've chosen is a lonely one. No one is going to clap for you because you stayed home to build your discipline. No one is going to notice the quiet power you gain by saving your money instead of spending it. No one sees you reading quietly in the corner or walking alone to clear your mind. 055 and 115. But here is the secret of 2026. While the world is loud and distracted, your results will begin to speak for themselves. Your health, your bank account, and your peace of mind will eventually shout louder than any critic ever could. You are building a version of yourself that is resilient, focused, and ready for anything this year throws at you. 1:15 to 1:25. The work is done in the dark, but the success will be seen in the light. Keep showing up, keep keeping those promises to yourself, and never underestimate the power of your own consistency. 1:25, 1:30. If you are ready to own your future, join us on this journey. Subscribe now, and let's make 2026 the year you become unstoppable.